Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Misty, aka Dolce.
And this is Nikki, your resident bartender.
And this is Amber, your one and only. And tonight, I wanted to bring to everybody's attention that listens about something that's very serious. I know a lot of us go out, and I wanted to talk about the date rape drug. So I found this article, which was brought to my attention because I've seen a lot of things happening in Nashville. And it says 1 out of every 6 women in this country has been a victim of rape or attempted rape. Half of the assaults across the country are often paired with alcohol and date rape drugs. So, I mean, this is scary because I go out, you guys go out, and this can happen so easily. Whether you turn your head, somebody can slip something in your drink. And I don't know if you guys have ever had anything like this happen to you guys.
Do you know about the angel shot?
No.
Do you know about the angel shot?
Okay, is this something that kind of prompts people to know?
You go to your bartender and you order an angel shot. Now, there's like a whole thing online if you want it like a shot or on the rocks or whatever. And that tells them what level it is. Like, hey, this guy's bothering me, or you need to call the cops, or blah, blah, blah.
Have you ever had that happen?
I did one time. But the girl was... Listen, she was so fucked up, and I wasn't really sure what was going on because she was like with this dude. She came in with him. So I don't know.
But the fact that she tried to...
Right. But I wasn't really sure what was going on because she was drunk, and then she went outside, and then it's not the first time she's done it. Let me just say that. Oh. But she came, and the dude was like so nice. And I'm not saying that he couldn't have been,
because...
But he was just like, what's going on?
Ted Bundy was nice.
Yeah. But he was like, what's going on? And I was like, nothing. And I was like trying to assess the situation without going too crazy, because I'm not going to lie. And you know this because you've been in my bar and you've been in my bar. Right. These kids can drink and they get fucked up.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to figure out the line between like, are they really that fucked up because they drank so many drinks? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know, like, for me, how many drinks I've served them if they keep coming to me. But there's 3 bartenders, so I don't know if I give them every drink. You know what I mean? And then people are buying them drinks and walking it out to their table. So.
Yeah. No, so recently, my daughter celebrated her bachelorette. Hey, Tatum.
Shout out, Tatum.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. And
congratulations.
Michael and Tazi, yes, we're so happy you guys are getting married. But Scottsdale is, because Amber was talking about Nashville. She had some, she knew some things. So Scottsdale is like this other Nashville for bachelorette parties and this whole wave of like this generation out and drinking.
Yes.
And so you learn as you go, obviously. So what I had discovered was I've got all these girls. Okay, so I think there was 11 of them. There was 11 of them, and they're all basically under the age of 30, right? All these girls. So I feel like mama hen. So I can't be having a good time because I've got all these girls.
You're watching.
I'm watching. But we had bottle service. You get like special treatment in Scottsdale. You literally can walk up to promoters and they're like, hey, come on in. They just want their bar to look busy.
Right.
We got you this table. We're like, what's the fucking catch?
Well, because you guys had some hot girls.
I know.
Yeah.
And it was early. So we figured this out. So FYI, people, if you guys go out in Scottsdale, go out
early
before 9 p.m. Go out with even a small group of girls. You can go out.
I'm a day drinker, so that's not a problem.
Yeah. They want to see that the bar is busy and it has females because, and then they tell you, hey, sit up here because the cushions are up, kind of up higher, like the, I don't know, God, what the bleachers.
Yeah, like whatever, it's stadium seating.
Yeah. So they have the girls sit up higher so you can see through the window outside.
Yes.
Because all the guys that are walking by, they're like, oh, let's go there. There's a lot of girls inside there.
Right.
So they said when we walked in, hey, can you have your girls sit up here? You guys are able to dance up there. Go ahead. So our girls were up and they were dancing and moving, and all these other girls were too. So with this being said, we go in, literally this promoter lays it down, ice, mixers, brings the cheap ass bottle of vodka. I don't even know what it's called. These girls, it's like beyond.
Yeah.
What's a cheap ass bottle?
Relska.
Never even heard of that.
Maybe it was, what's another one?
Potters.
Probably Absolute at the...
No, and not an Absolute. That's like expensive.
Absolute's higher end.
Yeah.
Absolute, Grey Goose,
No,
Tito's,
those are
Kettle. Anything
This
you know
is
the
like-
name of is going to be high end.
No,
Yeah.
This is like
Relska or Potters.
I think it was like that. Yeah.
I don't even know what we have in our well. I
think
just know it's
maybe it's
Caca.
Relska. Caca.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
Barton's. Oh, we have Barton's in
Okay,
our well.
It's called Caca. Caca.
It's the caca.
It's called the drinks that... Never mind, I don't want to say that.
As you're saying this,
you're
though,
gonna have a hangover.
as you're saying this reminds me of something. These people are finally realizing what makes clubs in Mexico popular.
Yeah.
Because you've been to Mexico, you've been to Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they would do. The fucking dudes would bring in all the chicks and then they'd be, oh, $25 all you want to drink. We'll give you a bottle. We'll do this. We'll do that. Well, these clubs now in Scottsdale, Nashville, wherever are figuring this out. So go ahead.
So we paid for Jack, not even $25.
Right.
So there was 15 of us. Okay. So escorted us in. We had the best seat in the house. All the girls, please dance up there, dance up there. Woo, woo, woo. They got the bottles coming, ice. All these girls looking at Mama Hen, because I got this to happen. They're like, oh my God, what's the catch? How much was this? And I'm like, fuck, I don't know, dude. We're just fucking sitting here like let's
They're
go.
like, wait till we get the bill. Then we run.
No.
We don't live here.
There was no bill. We
No, I
literally
know.
tipped out the promoter. It was amazing.
That's cool.
Nice.
So perfect.
Yeah, because the bottle of vodka is literally under $20, just so you know.
Yeah. So we all knew everybody's gonna be fucked up with a hangover.
Yeah.
How did everybody feel the next day?
Like shit. Like shit. So, but moving forward, where we're going with these like rape drugs, where we began, was like, holy shit, we're going into these places. This promoter is bringing it, pouring our drinks. Who fucking knows what they can do to be real,
Right.
So thankfully, he was a legit promoter, actually got him to Instagram. His whole thing was, hey, please tag me, share. He saw our girls. They're girls that have a lot of followers. He was getting them on Instagram. So that was the whole thing. Oh, my son's home. So tag, share, follow, all that. That's what they want. So we were doing that, right?
Right.
So then day 2 comes and we did a pool thing all day. We ended up meeting some older gentlemen, very, very nice, but I don't know them from Adam. So we go out. They wanted us to go to this one bar. I don't want to say names because I don't want to put any bar under the bus because I don't know that's happening. But I got this weird vibe. The vibe I got
But
was,
not from the bar, from the dude.
From the guy. And we go there, and the guy was watching. There's a lot of young people in Scottsdale. Like, we're the ones that are 40 and above, right?
Right.
And so we're here, and the girl that was there was maybe 25, and the guy that was next to me, he was like, oh, man, look at her. She's really fucked up. He's like, you know, man, I'd be worried about Roofie if this was my daughter. First of all, why would you be looking at this girl that's 20-something and even saying that in a bar? Like, you red flagged me.
But attributing it to your daughter too, like
yeah,
comparing it to your daughter, like,
and you're watching this girl and talking about Roofie. So I started going, okay, so this is where it really shook me. Because he goes, what are you drinking? I go, oh, I just want a Corona. And he goes, that's it? You're going light? What about a mixed? You just talked about a girl, 25, being roofied. I'm getting a fucking beer. So my thought was, I don't want to have a mixed drink that you bought because you're talking like this. That just made me eerie, right?
Right. Gave you the ick.
Gave me the ick.
Heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, heebie-jeebies.
Seriously.
So now I'm like, I'm going to get this beer. So he was like, I could tell like annoyed that I got a beer. And I was like, okay, I'm getting the ick. So I'm turning to my friend. I'm like, hey, you go to the bathroom with me because I'm getting this weird feeling. And she's like, okay, no problem. So we're going. He's like, hey, do you want anything else to drink? And he goes, something come out a little stronger than that. Again, getting that. I go, okay, fine. Jameson and soda. Gives me the Jameson and soda. So then this guy is like talking to his friends. The Jameson and soda come. I don't want to drink it. So I pass it to him. I go, ooh, kind of tastes funny because I didn't really take a sip. I acted like it.
Yeah.
Passed it to him. And I said, taste this. It seems like the carbonation is off. And so he acted like he tasted it. And I don't think he really took a drink. So then that's when I felt weird.
Right.
So here's my PSA, right? somebody get you a drink, have them go, hey, taste this. Does this taste weird? See
Yeah,
if they
that's a good
taste
idea.
it,
No, that's a good
right?
idea.
That is a good idea.
Yeah, and I saw him and he didn't really taste it. So I turned to my friend, I go, okay, we're headed to the bathroom now. I took the drink, we went to the bathroom, and I told her the whole story. She goes, well, don't drink it. I go, I'm not. I dumped it on the toilet. I went back. Oh, we got somebody at my door. Forgive me. But so anyways, so I ended up going to the bathroom, telling my girlfriend, and I said, you know what? I don't feel comfortable with this. And she goes, dump it. And I go, I'm gonna. So I dumped it. I came back and he goes, what the heck? Where's your drink? See, he was so like concerned.
Worried about
Watching
it.
your drink. Yeah.
Watching my damn drink. And then his friend, who was his friend, but they just met on that weekend trip, he goes, hey, I got you a Corona. I could tell you weren't really into it. Because remember, I had him taste it.
Yeah.
So this other friend did. I almost wonder if that one friend
New.
kind of knew.
Yeah.
I really do. And so I was like, thank you so much. Had the lime. And a person, I guess, could take out a lime and put whatever.
Could. Right.
But it looked like the salt was not touched.
Right.
You know how you can
Right,
tell,
right.
right? So I was like, thank you so much. So I had my beer and the salt was not touched. I had my lime. But there's just things to be aware of. So I'm going to spawn from this. So when we were in Scottsdale, there are these meet and greets. And what I think is super cool is I'm a fan of Bravo and I love Summer House.
Yes. Love Summer House.
Oh my gosh. And so if anybody else watches Bravo, Summer House, there's these two reality stars on there, Carl Radke and Kyle Cook.
Yes.
And so they've been there from like day one.
Yes.
And so
They're the OGs.
They're the OGs. And they have a brand called Loverboy. And Carl has now shifted to, he's sober.
Yes.
So which is, because right now a sober pushes out. You know this.
Yes.
Like mocktails are a thing.
Yes. Oh, I get them all the time in the bar.
Yeah. So the push is Loverboy and now a sober cocktail. So they have these meet and greets and we went out.
So Loverboy's doing a sober cocktail?
They are now.
Okay.
Carl's backing it.
Okay.
And so we went out, but I thought to myself, I was like, you know, if you do have that like inkling, like God, like Nashville, Amber mentioned Nashville, Scottsdale, these places that it's really like big right now. Like,
Busy.
It's busy and the roofie thing it's not a joke.
It's been around for a long time.
It's not a joke.
been
And
around
when
a long
you're
time.
done, I have a story to tell. And it's
Yeah.
kind of funny, but kind of not.
Well, but here's my thought is when you have a bartender, which Nikki can attest, that gives you a beer with a lime with salt and it looks untouched, or a Loverboy, you crack it,
Yeah.
hand it over. This is shit that you can't easily put a
Right.
freaking roofie in.
Right.
So I was thinking of my girls. I had these 11 beautiful girls, all under the age of 30.
It doesn't just happen to girls, though. That's the crazy thing.
Well, I bet,
Yeah.
you were mentioning down in Tower District,
Yeah.
which, I mean, there's a huge gay following
Yes.
there. Happens to guys too.
Yes.
But that can help prevent if you have this, like, you got to go with your gut. Amber mentioned earlier, go with your gut. I went with that gut with this guy over here and I fucking flushed that drink down the
Have
toilet.
you ever been roofied?
No.
I
I mean,
don't-
not that I know of. There's
I
been a
don't
couple times where I'm like,
think
what
I
the
have.
fuck?
I have.
I don't think I have. But look, you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
You wouldn't fucking know.
You assume you wouldn't know, but this was back when I can use the name because it's closed now. DJ's was open on Clovis and Shaw Avenue. It's an old bar. It's been closed probably 10, 15 years. We're in there drinking. I literally had one drink, and we know I can drink, and it
Right.
was a Malibu and pineapple, so it wasn't even like anything strong, right?
Are you sure you can drink?
Well, you saw me on St. Patrick's Day, bitch.
I think my friend would say something different.
He'd say she can grab my throat real hard. Anyway, so I drank like a couple sips of it. We went outside to smoke. My roommate and I drank Southern Comfort, and we always thought that they watered it down there because it was like lighter in color.
Right.
So we had a bottle out in the car. We took a couple sips off the Southern Comfort, went back. We left our fucking drinks on the table.
Oh, no.
Went back inside, took a couple more sips off our drink, went outside to smoke, and I'm standing there with my roommate and her brother, and I must have looked crazy because I looked at Tommy and I started to say something, and Tommy looked like, he said, you look like you were going to pass out. He ran and got behind me, and I literally passed out.
Oh,
But
my
the reason that I
God.
know that this happened is because I was in the car and my roommate Lori drove me home, and I was laying there completely aware of what was going on, but couldn't talk, move my arms, or move my legs.
So you were just like dead, but you were alert.
My brain knew exactly what was happening, but my body couldn't do anything to control it. They had to lay me down in the car. Her brother followed us to my house and had to get me out of the car. I had a Camaro at the time, and it was like, fucking low. And so they're like, I'm not a small girl. So like trying to get me out of the car and like trying to get me into my bed. I mean, the next day I woke up like with a hangover from hell, but I literally had only had maybe 2 or 3 shots of this Southern Comfort that we had in the car. Right. And then half of this Malibu drink. And I mean, I was dead weight.
Yeah. Well, the fact that you were dead weight and weren't able to move, but you're like, no. So, that tells you right there.
I mean, you saw me Sunday night.
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day. I was fucked up.
Yeah. You were getting up.
But I was walking around bringing people drinks. No problem. Hey, you need another one? Here we go. Yeah. But so you've seen me and it's like, it's crazy to me that, and that's how people have, okay, so I've known people that you
think that you would know.
You would, because I've had other people that have told me that they thought that they had gotten roofied, and I said, explain it to me, tell me what it was like. And it was the exact same thing.
Wow. Okay, so then I've never been roofied, because I don't think I've ever been like that.
Yeah, it was an out-of-body experience, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like, they didn't know they knew what was going on, but they couldn't do anything to control it.
Yeah.
And I've heard that these people that do the date rape drug, that's the way they like it, because they want you to know what's going on, but they don't want you to be able to control your.
Yeah, but then the next day you can say that this happened.
Right.
So that
she didn't say no.
You drugged her, motherfucker.
Right. She didn't try and fight me off.
Let's go get some blood work.
Yeah. And that's what I never went and got blood work. And I, to this day, wish that I would have, but I didn't. For sure. Yeah. But I know that's what it was. I know for a fucking fact that's what it was.
Yeah. I mean, fortunately, because I've left, I'm a smoker. So like especially when I'm drinking, I go smoke like crazy. So when I I'll leave a drink if I can't take it outside with me.
But you want your friends to watch it.
Yeah. But how easy it is if my friends are talking and then somebody else there is, I'm super friendly. I talk to everybody. So, I could have a predator that I'm talking to.
And I think the bottom line is like, just don't let people near your drink if you can at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, drink it up before you go outside to smoke. Leave it with someone that you really, really trust. Like, I get a lot of girls that they try and leave their drink at the bar, and I will let them, but they want to leave it, where I make the drinks on the bar mat. And I'm okay with it. But the thing is I have to turn around and grab a bottle. Oh, yeah. Someone could easily just like, you know what I mean? It's literally that fast.
2 seconds.
Right. You don't know.
Well, what about okay, so let's go back to this whole thing about your gut instinct, because I feel like anytime I didn't listen to my gut instinct,
you were wrong.
I was like, what the fuck? I knew better.
Was I doing?
You know what I mean? So I think it's so important to follow that gut instinct in any situation.
Yes. No, for sure.
And not just a drinking situation.
Right.
If you feel unsafe, don't do it.
Right. It's not just women's intuition. It is your gut instinct. Yeah. And now that we're all sitting here again, I want to tell you a story about he's no longer allowed in our bar. So
bye.
It kind of went unwarranted because there was no hard evidence, but so many people had come up saying that this person was roofing people. It never happened in our bar. They were saying it happened at other bars around town.
I actually want to know who he is because I've heard of somebody.
Okay. So they kept saying it never happened in our, and our whole staff was aware, and we have 8 security guards and 3 bartenders, and we are all fucking watching this guy. And he always comes to me. So I was always making his drinks, but I was making whoever he was ordering drinks for also. Okay. So we've never caught him doing anything in our bar, but we've heard from others that he has done things in other bars. So
keep going.
Okay. So he's at the bar ordering a drink one night, and I'm talking to him and I'm making his drink and I'm pouring it. And I'm like, all of a sudden this girl comes in from the front door. And I mean, it just happened so fast. She walks up, she's like, blah, blah, blah. And it was either something about her sister or her friend. And the girl just fucking bam, socks him right in the face.
Damn, Nikki, that was a close call. You almost knocked me the fuck out.
Sorry. I knew I wasn't going to hit you.
No, I know.
And he just, I was like, and he was like, and he's like, did she just hit me? And before he could even get like the words all the way out, she fucking was like, yeah, bam. And she socks him again in the ass. She socked this motherfucker twice in the face before he could even. And then he's like, I want to press charges. And I looked at him. I'm like, I'm not a cop. Fucking call the police, dude. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
I mean.
Oh my God.
But
I wish I could have seen that.
That was enough for our bouncers to be like, you know what? He just doesn't need to come in again.
Yeah.
Not that we've ever caught him in our bar doing anything, but that was enough. That's I guess what I want to say too is like, you know, I'm not trying to shamelessly plug my bar, but we try and be a very safe environment for people. We want you to come in and have a good time. I don't want you to be worried about.
That's why my kids are allowed in your bar. For real.
There's a lot of bouncers in there, and they're all paying attention to what's going on. That's why there hasn't been like a massive fight or like, you know, that stuff doesn't happen inside Old Town. It just doesn't because we pay attention.
Old Town, Clovis, California.
Yes, Old Town Saloon, Clovis, California. Yeah. That's where this girl works. Your bartender.
Yeah. And you know, it's a lot of college crowd.
Yes.
And it is like just a country home bar that is safe.
Yes.
Because I feel like we're a college town for sure.
We are a college town.
Well, you got Fresno State.
Yeah.
They're known for their sports programs.
And we're like 5 minutes from the college. So I feel like, you know, and the weekends, that's all that's there. It's kids. I mean, I wish there was some people there my age. Maybe I could find a fucking date, but.
I wish there was people my age there too, because then I'd come see you some more.
We got a guest.
Hello.
Suji!
Hi.
Oh my God, you might be the perfect person to talk about this shit. Oh God.
We got one of Missy's friends walking in the front door.
Yes, and a neighbor and an ex-coworker.
Oh, crazy.
Hi. Yeah, sit down, girl. So my friend Suji is here in the house. Look at it. Oh my God, you're all dressed up with nowhere to go. I'm going to give her my mic. So what we're talking, you're going to go on air, girl. Hello. Oh, pour a glass of wine.
She's like, I'm going to need to loosen up.
Okay.
For this.
Wow. Because I think this is kind of cool because we're talking about like going out, drinking, and being maybe
feeling safe
or feeling safe.
Yeah.
Or if you feel pressure.
And
So
while you're doing all this and getting her wine, I do want to say that there was just an article. There was just an article that came out that my daughter's wife sent me, Autumn, that if you guys listen, you know Autumn was on a couple episodes ago. Starting in July, California bars with a 48 license, which means they don't serve food. So standalone bars will now be required to have a drug alcohol test. Not like a DUI thing, but like a strip that you can put in your drink or test your drink to see if you've been roofied or have had drugs put in. And we're going to be required by law to have them available for purchase.
I wonder if you can reuse them.
I looked at it on Amazon and it looks like it says, I believe one strip is for like 2 drinks.
Okay.
So you can't reuse the one. It's like you dip your finger in it kind of a thing, or you could use your straw, I guess, and you put it on this little patch and it turns a certain color if it's okay to drink or not okay, whatever the case is. And then there's another one on the other side. So it's like you can use it one time.
Okay.
Yeah, but it has the one that I'm looking at has 2 on it because now, you know, obviously my bar has to purchase these because it's going to be put into law starting in July. So it's something.
Well, and then are you going to pass that charge on to the customers?
Yes.
And how much are the tests?
So I believe the tests are like $20 for like 10 of them. So you're talking $2.
Okay.
So
and if you think something's going on, I mean,
right.
Shit, it's worth it.
But me as your bartender, like if you come to me and you think something's going on. But somehow we have to pay for them though. So do you want your drinks to go up? You know what I'm saying?
I think that probably would happen.
Yeah. So we already get like hammered for the price of our drinks, which is crazy to me. If you've ever drank any place else, I think we have one of the cheapest bars in town. And then people come in and are like, it's what? How much is that? I'm like, bitch, go to fucking Vegas and get a fucking vodka Red Bull. It's $20 minimum.
So how much are your drinks?
A vodka Red Bull is $9. A 16-ounce vodka
California.
Red Bull. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And if you know Nikki, she's got a good hand. No.
We like them heavy pours.
Right? Suji, come on in, girl. Hi.
Introduce yourself.
We
Introduce yourself right on.
Okay, please. How you know me and just bring. She's my neighbor. I literally threw her to the wolves right now.
Yes, you did throw me to the wind. Okay, so I've known Misty through work. We worked at Heald College together like long time
There's
ago.
no more Heald College, by the way.
Yeah.
Right.
I know.
Right.
My
Done.
friend used to work there.
Yeah.
I think everyone has.
Tracy.
Tracy who?
Tracy, let me look her last name up. Go ahead.
Don't be name dropping.
I don't think that we had a Tracy when we worked.
I know we didn't.
Hold on. She worked there when it closed.
No.
No,
we were there when it closed.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys.
Well, I left a little
Keep-
bit
Oh, it
before
could have been a
you.
different department.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We were
it
like
could have been a different
admissions.
department.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys know each other from work.
Yes.
Yeah. Higher
then-
ed. And
Yes. And then we actually reconnected again here in
then
Riverstone.
here, Riverstone.
Oh, nice.
So now we're neighbors.
She
Yes.
kind of does look
You're like, hey,
familiar,
girl.
doesn't
She lives in Oklahoma now. She's married and lives in Oklahoma
Okay,
now.
so
but-
she
So we're
has
showing a
an
picture of
admissions.
this lady named Tracy that.
yeah, a friend of mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Hey,
does look
Tracy.
familiar. I know. We're like, hey, Tracy. She does look familiar.
Yeah. If she was there when it closed.
She worked in like admissions, I think, or something.
That was
We were
us.
admissions, so
Okay.
she wasn't.
I don't know what she did then. I
You
know
know
she
what-
worked there though when it closed.
You know what's crazy back then is like 2020 fucking CNN. They were closing down these higher ed schools left and right. So
the whole loan scandal.
yeah, so loan scandals and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. You go ahead. You can talk.
Oh, no, I was just going to say all because of the loan scandals and everything going on at that time. So
Yeah.
a lot of the higher eds that weren't maintaining the par or doing what they're supposed to do or disclosing started going out of business.
Oh, that's crazy.
I got my student loans dismissed because I went to Everest College in San Jose, which was healed,
Yeah.
and then it turned to Everest. And
We're
so,
lucky.
yeah, so just I think within the last couple of years, my stuff got, I kept doing forbearances after forbearance. I was like, I'm not paying that shit.
You are so lucky.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
where do I sign up for this shit?
It was because of the school.
Right?
It
I want
wasn't.
my student loans dismissed.
Right?
Hey, I thought Biden was going to do that.
I don't have any student loans, so I don't know.
Wow.
School of Hard Knocks, there's no payment. I mean, it's a lifetime payment.
Yeah.
Wait, I forgot your name already.
Suji.
Suji. So, Suji, are you single?
Yes, I am.
Suji, do you go out?
Yes, I do.
Do you drink?
Of course.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
staring at my wine glass.
She's doing great according to the pour
yeah,
in
she's
her
doing
glass.
great.
Yeah.
Have you ever been roofied, Suji?
I think I have, actually, yeah.
What was your experience?
You
Yes.
told me about
Yes.
this.
Okay. So, oh God, I'm going to age myself right here. So remember back in the days when, why can't I think of the name? Right there on Shaw and Cedar. What was the?
Sean,
like a
see
steak-
the pub?
No, it was a steakhouse. Oh God, why am I drawing a blank? Right now?
Black Angus.
Yes. Okay. Remember when it was Thursday
club.
night college
Yeah.
night? Yes, and it was club. So I was there. Oh my God, I'm going to go into detail there. Okay. So I went there Thursday night. It was like the dollar pitcher night
Yeah.
or the dollar pint night. And I remember drinking it and I felt really weird. Like I was just like, I don't know what it was. I was like, I don't feel right. I don't feel right. And I went to my girlfriends. I was like, hey, like, I need to go. And they're like, why? I'm like, I don't feel right. They're like, we just got here. And I was like, I know, but there's something I don't know. And they're like, you barely had a beer. And I was like, yeah, but I don't know what it was. I didn't feel right. So then I just started walking out. I was like, you guys can come with me or you guys can, I'm just going to head to your apartment. And so she said, okay. So they all are like, we're going to stay. So then I started booking
the
down.
fuck?
Yeah. I
They
started,
fucking left you?
wait. So I started booking down Cedar. And then all of a sudden she comes in her car, beep, 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 and picks me up, drops me off her apartment. Okay. Now it's like probably maybe 11, 12. And I'm sitting there and I'm talking to her roommates. I wake and I don't remember anything. I guess I passed out in mid conversation with them. I don't remember shit. I woke up and I don't know where I'm at. I don't remember anything. I'm sitting there trying to remember back, like what the hell happened. I barely remember leaving. That's the last thing I remember. She goes, and I only knew she picked me up because she told me she picked me up. And then her roommates were like, yeah, she brought you in. And I was like, okay. And I was like, when what happened? Like, I really couldn't recall. Like, I was like, damn, you guys could have beat the shit out of me. You guys could have left me somewhere. I would have no clue. And they're like, you don't remember anything? I was like, no, I have a massive headache. Like, I drank, partied hard.
Yeah.
Only had one glass and then can't remember shit.
That's crazy.
Mine was
So what
different
is
because
roofie?
I remember it's a horse drug. It's a horse tranquilizer.
Oh.
It's an RU8 something. Yes. And I believe my experience was different. I knew everything that was going on, but I couldn't talk, move. I was like dead weight, but my brain knew exactly what was going on. Now to me, either we got something different or I got less than what you got. Do you get what I'm saying? Because they're not clearly they're not measuring it out. They're probably just trying to put as much or as little or whatever that they need to in your
It's
drink.
like
They're
powder,
not. Yeah.
right? Powder.
I honestly don't know. I just know that when it was happening.
Of the Jeffrey Dahmer thing.
Okay. Oh yeah.
During that time?
Well, no, he would roofie people back then.
Yeah.
And he'd put the powder in the drinks. That
Yes.
that show.
Yeah.
That
The Dahmer. Yeah,
Dahmer
whatever
thing.
it was.
And
the
he would drop
series.
the powder in it.
And it was a horse tranquilizer, is what it was, and that's
you
where the
can't
roofie came from.
measure
It was an
that.
RU8 something. It was like that.
RUH8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called GHB, gamma hydrobutyric acid,
See, what the fuck? We
ketamine,
should all
and
know what this
rufinol.
is.
Right.
Are the most common date rape drugs. Street names for GHB include.
But it's a horse tranquilizer, right?
It doesn't say
Probably a
that.
mixture of it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it can be in liquid ecstasy, cherry meth, easy lay, and gamma 10.
Oh
Those
my
are other
God.
names for it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you remember, your mind remembers.
Girl, I knew everything that happened. I just could not lift my arm, move. I literally I lost
paralyzed.
all control of my body, and my friend's brother saw what was going on. He was talking to me, and he came up behind me and caught me. And then they put me in the car, and the whole ride home, I remember just sitting there thinking, why can't I lift my arms? Why can't I open my mouth? Why can't I say
So
anything?
you, in your mind, knew you could
Exactly.
not.
I knew
Oh,
everything that was going
wow.
on. I just couldn't my roommate was driving my car, and I couldn't even lift my arm to they had to scoop me out of the car and put me in my bed.
I think I'd be more scared of that though, because then you're more aware of what's going on.
Exactly.
But you can't do anything
But
about
I was
it.
telling
that
Amber,
would suck.
yes,
That
I
would
was
suck.
telling Amber while you were gone, this is part of the high for these people that give you that drug. They know that you know what's going on, but you can't do anything about it. And then she said, but the next day I could be like, hey, that guy raped me. Oh, did you say no? Did you fight back?
No, but if you go get your blood tested, you would know.
Exactly.
So what it is it's a central nervous system
But a
depressant.
lot of people are too afraid to do that because they have
Ashamed?
they're shamed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you said I walked away to let Suji in.
Yeah.
She's like, come back. Dude, that's so crazy.
Yeah. So just follow your gut instincts, watch those drinks, and as of July? You'll be able to ask your bartender if you're at a standalone bar.
Standalone bar. Yes.
For the test strips, if you do have anything, and
And this
and
is
you
just
can.
California.
This is just the state of California right now. It just passed, ABC just passed the law. I didn't even know it was up for a vote or whatever, but good. You know what I mean? Good for me. I'm glad. I try and watch everyone, but I can only see as far as I can see. So I don't know what goes on once I make your drink and someone walks away with it, you know?
Well, and don't forget, ladies or gentlemen, you can always ask for the angel drink. That'll tell your bartender
Yes.
that you are in distress and need some assistance.
Yes. Do you know about this, Suji?
I do not. What is that?
We covered this earlier. So if you feel like someone's bothering you, or there's a guy that won't leave you alone, or whatever the case is, and you feel uncomfortable, you can go up to your bartender and ask for an angel shot. Now there's different, it's an angel on the rocks or an angel up. There's different degrees of it. You'd have to look that up on the internet, but it tells you exactly okay, this one is just, can you get this guy away from me? This one is hey, you need to call the cops. They're different degrees of angel shots. And so you ask your bartender for that. And most bartenders should know what it is. Someone asked me, and I knew only because I had seen it somewhere. So when the girl asked me, I was like, what, where? You know what I mean? I mean, it's kind of weird because you want to be discreet about it.
But it throws you for a loop.
Yeah, but I was like, wait, what? And then when she said it, I was like, wait a minute, I know this from somewhere. And I have been in, I don't remember where I was.
You got a busy bar.
Yes, but I was in a bathroom somewhere, in a bar or restaurant somewhere.
Hooters.
Probably. And when you shut the door, it said on the back, it was in the girls' bathroom, and it said, do you know what an angel shot is? And then it had it all broken down. And I want to say I was out of town, probably.
Every bathroom should have that.
I think it was San Francisco, as a matter of
should have
fact.
it in every stall.
Yes.
Right?
Because when
Yes.
you're sitting and squatting and going, then you can read.
Yeah, but look, none of you guys knew what that was.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that you say that you saw that somewhere, I think I have seen that, but
Amber was scrolling through her phone instead of reading the back of the toilet.
or I was sticking our stickers.
Yeah.
I'm with you because I think I saw that somewhere. Now that you're saying that, I'm like, it sounds familiar, or
Yeah.
I've seen it somewhere or read it
or on a reel or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
But hey, you had a friend the other night that was in a
Yes.
bar, and she's
Julia,
like,
the one that's going to come on.
she saw a sticker that I posted in a bathroom.
She fucking,
Oh my god.
What did it say?
it was at the shanty. It was one of our stickers.
Yes!
Yeah.
At the shanty.
I don't have no more stickers. I need.
I have
the
some.
California shanty.
Yes.
By the way, does that mean I'll get in trouble? Because back in the days, I used to punch a guy for grabbing me or doing something inappropriate with me.
No.
I would come and kick him out. I was like, "That's right.
That's
Don't
right.
mess with me."
You know what though? This is fun because this is just relaying to you. They don't even know this. But Suji, okay, this woman that I know, she sends me the most horrid Instagrams, TikToks. I never
Suji?
Yes, her. So you know how we DM each other?
Yeah.
You sent me the one on a fucking Tinder date.
Oh my god!
Tell
did I
your
see that?
story.
No.
Tell your story.
No. Oh my god!
Wait, it was
Son of a
you?
bitch,
You were on a
scared
Tinder
me and
date?
Nikki
No,
in
I wasn't.
Scottsdale. We were in Scottsdale trying to hang out, meet people, and then you send this shit, and I look at it and I go,
Was it Tinder or something
it
else?
was a Tinder date.
Okay, so
tell
it
your
was-
story.
I
Yeah.
can't really remember it now because I read it and I freaked out
Well,
and I sent it to you because I was like, "Oh my god!" Because you're on that.
I'm not on Tinder.
Okay,
Not
well,
on Tinder.
anyone should be careful on any dating app.
I got kicked off.
Right.
But anyways, you guys probably heard about it too, and I can't remember her name, but she was, I think it was in Australia.
I don't
Anyway,
know.
she was on
Tell
a
your story though.
so
and
she
I'll
was
look
on a
shit up.
Tinder date, and she was having a good time, and she left her group and hung out with them pretty much for the whole night, and then they went back to his room. He chopped her up in pieces.
Yeah.
Was there a movie about this or something?
No.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
No, and it was recent, so they were saying like, if you're on a Tinder, be careful because you don't know who you're
Or any dating
or
app.
any dating app.
That's
You don't know
why
who
I
you're
always
with.
go meet somebody. I won't go to somebody's house.
Well, she went somewhere public, so they had a good time. So they had dinner first, and it was all. Luckily,
did-
they were able to videotape like where time date stamp like where she was. They started off at this very busy bar downstairs from his hotel room, I believe, something like that, and then they went
to dinner.
Yeah, they went to dinner, and then they went to another place to do a bar, like to this bar, and then they ended up in the elevator, and you could see them going up in the elevator, and you see them coming back with like bags and like the thing, and then leaving, and then she was
my
never seen, and then that's how they were able to find him, and then I think like why they were on a date, he posted on her Facebook something like. I don't know. I didn't read the whole article, but I sent
And
it to her.
they
I'm
were
like, be careful.
Yeah, and they were looking so cute and happy,
Yes.
and he was attractive. She was attractive. And
But then
she
he's
did-
been arrested for sexual, like if you read some of the stories, like he's
Always
been.
Google who you are dating or going out on a date with. Do a phone number search. Do a name search.
Yes.
Doesn't mean you might be the first.
I mean,
could be.
possibly, but hopefully, just everybody needs to be careful.
Yeah.
So, all right, ladies, should we wrap this up or?
Oh, shit. Yes.
Yeah.
I do the TikTok. Follow us on TikTok. Like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. Amber?
I do the Facebook, so go ahead and follow and like our posts so that way you can keep up to date.
And I do the IG, Instagram. Please like, follow, subscribe, and we want to know your comments. Roger that.
Roger that.
Roger that.